Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon. Today we'll go through about the circuit breaker pattern which is usually used in the microservice ecosystem using a resiliency 4j library. So you have a Histric, you might have heard of a Histric library in the microservice ecosystem. So this is similar to that, it's called as a resiliency 4j. So what it is about, so it has a fault tolerance capability and the retrying capability and all the rate limiting and everything. So it's basically it's a library, fault tolerance library, and it's easy to use, and it has a following modules or features, you can say, like one is circuit breaking, and then is a retrying, rate limiting, bulk heading and catching. So these are the high level features which I'm listed here, but it has a lot of inbuilt functionality and configurations and everything. So how do you achieve, or what are the libraries required to import into or inject into your project is like, this is the one currently which I'm using as an independent library, or if you want to use as a wrapper abstraction with a Spring Cloud, then also you can use this Spring Cloud starter circuit breaker library. So this is the more of a what the jar or library you have to use. So let's come to the point where how we can implement it. It's like, suppose you have a use case where one microservice is talking to another microservices. In what I explained in my previous examples about the microservice architecture and then the communication regarding different types of services what I have. So in that only I'll take one example. So like my catalog service is trying to fetch a product reviews from the review and rating service. So it is nothing but one service is trying to talk to another service to get some data. So let us see how it works in real time. So already my catalog service is running and my review and rating service is not running, so it's stopped. So what will happen now? So now I created a one controller, resiliency 4j controller, just for the demo purpose, try to make sure that it is easily understood. So that's why I created a new controller. So this is the one controller method which I created, like a fetch reviews from the product code. So what I did is like I added a circuit breaker pattern here, so where it is given a name as a test service and given a test of one fallback method. So what is fallback method is just doing, I'm just printed it here is like fallback method is called and service is not available. So what is circuit breaker pattern is like, if you're trying to call something or some other service or endpoint which is not available, so instead of waiting or instead of throwing some exception, just fall back to a predefined method where you configured some of the useful message or configurable messages to the user, so that yes, user comes to know, yes, this method is currently, this service is not available, we have to retry. So you have to configure that message whatever it is required for that. So what is this annotation? Circuit breaker. If something goes wrong with, or something is not able to connect with our particular service, just fall back to this particular method. So what it is this, let us test this now. So now this is my catalog service, review and rating service is not available right away. So what we'll do is like, we'll try to run it now. So I just given a name is a circuit breaker test, so I'm trying to give it here. So what it does, execute. I just try to execute, let's see what it does. See, it is showing that service is not available, returning to fallback method. Where I've added it here, so come here. So if you see product controller fallback method, so what it is that what I'm returning, service is not available, returning to fallback method. So if you see the logs here also, product controller, its fallback method is called. So here you can see the product controller fallback method is called. So how, as soon as it is not available, it will try directly falls into a fallback method. Now what if you want to retry that method again and again for some period of time, so that you can check some system might come up or some services might come up due to some issues that might be down for a few seconds, and then it might come up in that point. So how do you make sure that without again calling from the front end or calling from the user intervention, so how do you retry that particular method back again? So for that we have a retry mechanism, that is nothing but retry. Here you can just look at the annotation here, retry. So this is also same as a test service. This is the configuration which I'll explain about what is to configure in the application.yml. So here also I'm calling the same method as a fallback method. So what I did is like, so if something goes wrong, if something is not available, something, you have to retry. How many times you retry, I have everything I have configured in the YML. So let us understand first. So this is the resilience 4G. This is how you configure in the application.yml. So this is a circuit breaker if you see here, that what I given is a circuit breaker. So if you see here, what I given is a retry. So if you look at here, Reliance for circuit breaker, this is the one configuration for circuit breaker, this is a configuration for retry. So you can combine it to one while implementing, but this is the configuration how it looks in the YML. So what it is, I created a config and the default configuration here. It's like how many indicator, health indicator, sliding window size minimum. You can go to resilience4z.io documentation, will come to know everything about what it is there. And this is the record exceptions, like these all the exceptions I want to record and print it everything. If you want to ignore something based on your use case, you can just ignore. So these are the information you have to configure. So how it is identifying which method to fallback or which service to fallback, if you look at that here, I'm giving as a test service. So you can see instances which I've given is as a test service. So test service and configuration is a default. So where is the configuration is default? You can see configs default. So you can configure based on per service, you can configure a generic one, you can configure in each individual, that's up to you how you want to configure. So what I did is like, I have a circuit breaker configuration and retry configuration as a one of the default configuration here as a default parameters, and the instances what I given is a test service is my instance and it is running, it is taking a default values. So this test service is similar to what I have mentioned here, circuit breakers pattern, which service it has to look for. So it is circuit pattern, which service it has to look for. So if you look at this, this is the basic configuration in the circuit breaker, and now look at the retry. Retry default is what I have given a retry is 6 attempts, wait duration is 2 and exponential buffer is 2. So it will keep on multiplying for every time when you have 2 into, so 2 into 1 is 2, now again 2 into 2 is 4. So now it will keep on. Let us try that as well, retry how it works. So I just added 2 different methods to test these things just for purpose. You can add it in one. So you can see, let us see the logs here. So if you come, see it is calling the product controller again and again, it is calling the same method again and again. It is see retry test. What, how many times we are given? There is a 6 times we are given there. So let us see whether it is called 6 times or not, and after that it will fall back to a fallback method what it is there. So now you see 1 2 3 4 5 6 times it is called, still it is not available. So what it does, it is fall back to a mentioned fallback method. So you can see the fallback method is called here, you can see. So now you see the timeline here. So it is 19 23 27 31 34 39, because we have given here is a 2 minutes duration with the multiplier is on, and with a 1, so that into 2 it becomes 4. So you can just try it out with a different configuration here, but main important thing is how many retries you have to configure. This is a 6 time, for example I've given it a 6 time and 2 minutes. So you can just check it out or decide how much you want as per your use case, but this is a simple use case which I'm trying to explain here, like how many times you have to retry before you tell the user that service is not available, something is not available. So regarding the few other things like rate limiting, bulk heading and catching and everything, I'll explain you in detail in subsequent videos. Thank you, thanks a lot.